G'day, Peter here from Window Cleaning World. A lot of guys are dog-earing their squeegees. I don't actually think it's a really good idea for several reasons. When you're closing out and the frame is in the way and you need to actually curl the squeegee down to finish off that last little bit, the rubber needs to be able to bend back over the channel. Otherwise it will just stop and start chattering and then you don't get a clean finish. So dog earing, the guys normally do an incision here, bend it up and out, but what in effect they're trying to do is to bring the corner of the channel, maybe I'll just get a pen to point out, here. Getting the corner of the channel to meet up with the corner of the rubber to support it. Very much like with a Moorman liquidator, where the rubber meets perfectly near the edge. Now you'll see, I don't know if you can see that maybe here, the Moorman suffers from this problem of closing out because you can't actually, it won't curl back. Now the plastic tip does give a little bit, so it kind of works. It doesn't close out as nicely as a squeegee that hasn't been trimmed. So the solution is far simpler than dog-earing your channel. What you want to do is, I don't know, can you zoom in on that, Ben? Is you want to cut a little notch out of your rubber so that this doesn't have to support a corner anymore. So it won't ride up on the frame anymore. And it's a bit like a Gillette twin blade razor. You've now got two edges that ride up a frame. Like if this were the frame, you're cutting in up the frame, you got these two bits that are cutting the water cleanly away from the side beading of the frame, and nothing's going to ride up because you've cut the bit away that's riding up. If you have a look at how this is trimmed, it's nice and short. It's only got a millimetre sticking out on each side. Now the way I do it, you can see this rubber here, I'll trim this one, is I get a sharp pair of scissors. I really like Fiskars. These ones are Teflon coated. They've also got titanium ones. So you have a sharp pair of scissors. You can use the scissors to trim your rubber, so to do a square cut. Oh, this one's actually gone a bit blunt. Oh, let's get the other one. Oh, where is the other one? Okay, look, we'll just make do with this one. Okay, so now this takes a little bit of care that you don't cut too far. So a little 1 millimetre incision here, a little 1 millimetre one here. I didn't actually do that enough. Just do a little bit more. Cut this one. Take that little, pull that little block out. I'll just tidy this up a little bit more. So then we'll do, then I'm pulling the rubber in so it's about there, which means you gotta take your time with trimming your rubber in the beginning. So this one's gonna have to be cut a bit short. Trim this. Cut the little notch. Cut that bit. There we go. I've done that one a little bit short. Better short than too long. Yeah, that one's not ideal. This one's pretty much perfect. Okay, so it just sticks out a little bit there, and you'll find that one's actually spot on perfect. The edge of the channel meets perfectly with the notch that you've cut out on both sides. This squeegee will rock and will not leave any lines or water on the side of the frame, so you won't have to detail, and it will close out, and you're not wrecking your channel. So I highly recommend you try this.